Okay, am I audible, guys? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, Sarfaraz.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Sheikh Sarfaraz Ahmad. I'm president of GoOps Club, and my team, we are handling a GoOps Club in Presidency University. I would like to welcome each one of you present here, faculty members, and as well as students for this session. And our esteemed guest, Dr. Sheshadri sir from Hyderabad. Dr. Sheshadri sir has a PhD in Computer Science and Application in VTU Belagavi and a AWS Solution Architecture Associate level certified, and currently working as a associate professor in Department of CSC in Vardhaman College of Engineering, Hyderabad. Sir has even experience and published around 3 books, such as Digital Image Processing textbook, and as well as 12 journals published. We are truly honored to have you, sir, with us today, and we are excited to have insights and knowledge from you, and we are eager to learn from this session. I would like to encourage each one of you who are participating in this session to ask questions and interact well with the sir and get your doubts cleared from this session. And once again, a warm welcome to each one of you present over here. Seshadri sir, I would like to invite you to continue this session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. Sir, screen is visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Voice is also audible, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, sir. So good morning to one and all. So first, I'll give the brief overview, just 15 minutes I am given, what is the cloud computing, and then I'll move to the AWS, Amazon Web Services. So first, what is the cloud computing? What is the cloud computing? Here, the cloud computing we defined as storing and accessing data and computing services using the internet connection. Here, it does not store any data on your personal computer. So everything can be accessed by using the internet connection. Here, the cloud computing, it is an on-demand availability of computing services. Like it is providing servers. If you want the data storage, it is providing the data storage. Networking, you want it, it's providing the networking, databases, all those things. Based on-demand availability of computing services, it is providing. So the main purpose of the cloud computing is it gives the access to data centers to many users. If you take the AWS, there are many data centers are there throughout the globe. So not for one user it is connecting for that data center. N number of users are connected for that data center. So the main purpose of the cloud computing is to give access to data center to many users. The users can also access data from a remote server. So what are the examples of the cloud computing is the popular examples I am saying the public cloud, they are one is AWS, Amazon Web Services, Azure, Google Cloud. So those are the popular examples for the cloud computing I am representing. So what are the advantages of the cloud computing? So there are many advantages that the cloud computing. One is it is providing data security, that is for each and every user, it is providing the security in the form of the passwords. If you are using your computer, only the limited capacity is there. But if you are using the cloud environment, whatever you need the storage capacity, that much of storage is providing. Means it is providing the unlimited storage capacity. And one more advantage is, so the cloud providers are providing, all the services are providing, but it is, you are not paying the money. Whatever the service you are using, only for that service you have to pay the amount. That's why the advantage I have mentioned that the service is pay per usage method. And also it is providing, one of the advantages, mobility is also provided. And another advantage is you are not maintaining the data centers. You are not maintaining the servers. Everything has to maintain by the providers. That's why the maintenance cost is very, very low if you are using the cloud environment. And another advantage I have mentioned that on the slide, it is accessible, excellent accessibility can be provided. Means you are somewhere, you can access your data, you can access your server anywhere, any place, any location, anytime we have to access it. That is, the excellent accessibility can be provided. Only you need the internet connection. Without internet connection, you can't access the resources. And also, if you want to collaborate with other users, with other organizations, you can collaborate it using the cloud environment. That is, I have mentioned in the slide, is improved collaboration can be provided. And if you want take the backup, if you want to take the storage backup of your data, that's also possible using the cloud environment. If you are using the AWS for backup purpose, you have to take the backup and snapshots we have taken. So the advantage it is providing backup and restoring the data is there. So those are some of the advantages I have mentioned in the slide, right? And also using the cloud computing, we have to know what are the deployment models are there, what are the delivery models are there. The cloud computing, it is providing the four types of deployment models. The four types of deployment models are, one is public cloud, second one is private cloud, third one is hybrid, and the fourth one is community cloud. If we are using the public cloud, it is open to all for storing and accessing the information, for accessing the servers via by using the internet connection. So how we had to access, how we had to use the resources is based on the paper usage method. Here in public cloud, the computing resources are managed and operated by the cloud service provider. Whoever providing the service, that person is nothing but the provider. So with the help of the cloud service provider, the resources are provided. Right. Next, what are the examples for the public cloud is? One is AWS, Amazon Web Services, Azure, Google Cloud. Those are the examples for the public cloud. Next, another type of the deployment model is private cloud. The private cloud, we also known it as the internal cloud or the corporate cloud. Using this, organization has to build and manage their own data centers internally or by using the third party. It can be deployed using the open source tools such as OpenStack, Eucalyptus. Those are using that they are accessing the private clouds. The hybrid cloud is nothing but the combination of these two, public and the private. That's why the name itself is given as a hybrid cloud, the combination of public and the private clouds. And another type of the cloud is a community cloud. That is some group of organizations, they form it and they form one cloud that is nothing but the community cloud. The example is healthcare community. They form one cloud, they are using that is a cloud, community cloud. So those are the four types of clouds that there: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and the community cloud. And in the cloud computing, what are the delivery models that are? So the cloud computing is supporting three types of delivery models they are supporting. Here, I explained this with the help of this diagram. If we are the three types of delivery models there, IaaS, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, PaaS, and software as a service. If you are using on premises, everything here on the slide, I have mentioned that networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, and the application. Everything you have to manage if you are using on premises. If we are using cloud delivery models, infrastructure as a service, up to this point, that is networking, storage, servers, virtualization, you no need to manage, the others are managed. Others are managed is nothing but whoever providing the service, that person is nothing but the provider. If we are using the AWS, That person is providing networking, storage, servers, and the virtualization. If we are using Azure, they will take care of networking, storage, servers, virtualization. If we are using Google Cloud, they are take care of networking, storage, servers, and the virtualization. The rest of the things you have to take care. Operating system selection, middleware, you have to develop, you have to run, you have to test your application, and you have to develop your application. That's you have to manage if you are using the infrastructure as a service. The example said the AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. Those are the examples which are comes under the infrastructure as a service. Next, the another delivery model, platform as a service. If you are using platform as a service up to this part, I have mentioned the different color, networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, and the middleware. Up to this, the others are managed. Means the providers has to manage. The rest of the things, runtime and the application, you have to manage. What are the examples for the platform as a service is Salesforce. You have to develop your application. You have to run your application. You have to test your application. And finally, you have to develop your application, right? Are using software as a service, everything will take care by the providers. You have to use that service only. If you are using software as a service, what are the examples for the software as a service is you are using Teams app, you are using the service only, you are not developing the application, you are not run the application, you are not testing the application, just you are using the application. If you are using GoToMeeting, that's also the example, Zoom and your ERP system, those are the examples for software as a service. So the cloud delivery models, three types of delivery models are there: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and the software as a service. So if we are using the infrastructure as a service, up to this part, the others are managed. Others are managed is nothing but the providers will take care of up to this. The rest of the things you will take care. Operating system, middleware, runtime, and the application will take care, right? So those are the cloud delivery models are there. Okay. Now, so that is the basic overview I am given. That is a introduction to cloud computing. Cloud computing. And also in this session, I am given just what are the regions and the data centers are there. For that, before starting the session in the morning, I'll share the PPT in using the using the drive link. On that drive link, all the PPTs which are available. Right. Now, if you see, look at this, the AWS, the basic, the Amazon Web Services is a cloud computing service created by Amazon. It's a collection of remote computing services that together make up cloud computing platform. We have to use the services with the help of the internet connection. Without internet connection, you are not using any services. It is started 2006, AWS. So they have their own data centers. It has to cover their data centers globally. It has to cover. See how many regions are there. What are the data centers which are available? Just you have to click on the link in my PPT. It is providing. See that? See that? AWS global infrastructure. Here totally, this is the map is there. Those are the data centers. Here in India, the Mumbai region data center. Hyderabad is also there. Still it is developed, right? Those are the data centers which are available. So the AWS is supporting their services throughout globally. It is providing their services. Those many data centers are there throughout globally. If you see that total 39 local regions are there, those many data centers are there. Here in this, the red colored are those are nothing but upcoming data centers. Upcoming data centers. See that. The red color marking, they are upcoming data centers. Thailand, the upcoming data center. This one, Arabia, upcoming data center. Here, Mexico, the upcoming data centers. If you click on this link, the regions map it is showing. Regions map it is showing. And also on the slide, I have mentioned that in the yesterday, I'll send the PPT how you have to create your AWS pre-tier account. If you are using your credit card or the debit card, it is providing, if you are using the AWS pre-tier account, it is providing total 12 months of the free service. All the services are worked out 12 months. 12 months. So what are the free trial? You can click on this link. It is providing more details regarding your free tier eligibility. Free tier eligibility, all the details which are providing. If we are using EC2 service, 750 hours per month it is providing. If we are using S3, 5 GB it is providing, and 12 months of the service it is providing, right? If you are using RDS database, 750 hours, 12 months it is providing. You can click on this link. It is providing the details of the free tier eligibility can be provided. I have mentioned on the slide, I have mentioned the PPT, free tier eligibilities, and also the reasons and the map. And in this session, I had to explain the AWS services. I have to explain. One is EC2 service. Using the EC2 service, how we had to launch and connect the Linux server, how we had to launch and connect Linux server, how to launch and connect Windows server, how we had to transfer files from your system to launched Linux servers. It may be Linux or it may be the Windows. Linux or Windows. And then how you launched server make as web server. So I had to explain with hands-on in EC2 service. How we had to launch and connect Linux server, how to launch and connect Windows server, how to transfer files from your system to launched servers. It may be Linux or Windows, and how launched servers make as web servers. And also I explore in this session how we had to create the storage. That is how we had to create the bucket, how we had to upload the objects, and some features I had to explain. And in this session, I had to explore IAM, Identity and Access Management. Using the Identity and Access Management, how we had to create users, groups, and how we had to attach the policies, all those things I had to explain with hands-on. And if time permits, I explain how we had to connect the database using RDS also. Okay. First, I had to explain the concept how we had to launch and connect Linux server. Launch and connect Linux server. Linux server. For that, what are the steps we had to follow? For that, I open my AWS account. Okay. Click on this one. Enter your mail ID and the password. Click on sign in. Here we had to choose AWS console. AWS console. In my AWS account, those are recently visited services, recently used services, right? Here, if you click on your AWS at the top, this one, it is showing the reasons. See, in my AWS account, those many reasons are there. North Virginia, California, Mumbai region, Singapore region, those many reasons are there. Those many reasons are there. At the Bottom, it is showing the upcoming regions also. Upcoming regions also. Now, to explain the concepts, I am using the Mumbai region. You may use any region, no problem at all. But nearby your region, we have to choose it. I am choosing the Mumbai region. Here, my first concept is I launch and connect the Linux server. Linux server, right? But then, what are the steps we have to follow? What are the steps we have to follow? Here, what are the services are providing in the AWS is click on at the top services. Those many services are providing. See that those many services are providing. Right now, I want to launch and connect the Linux server. Here at the services, compute option is there. You can click on compute option. My mouse pointer is there. Click on compute option. Under compute, you have to choose EC2. EC2 stands for Elastic Cloud Computing. With the help of the Elastic Cloud Computing, you have to launch the servers. You have to connect the servers using the Elastic Cloud Computing. How we have to launch and connect the Linux server? First, before, you have to check the EC2 dashboard. We observe that how many instances are running. How many instances are running? 0. How many instances are there? 0. Key page? 0. Security group? One security group is there. That is the default security group. Now, I launch the instant. Instant is nothing but mission. The terminology I am representing, instant or the mission or the server. Now, I am launching the Linux server. For that, at the left side, under the instances, instance option is there. Under the instances, instance option is there. Click on this one. We observe that, is there any instances are there in my AWS account right now? No, no. You have to launch the instance. How we have to launch the instance? To launch the instance, you have to click on here. Launch instance option is there, or you may choose here also. Anyone we have to choose it. I'm selecting here launch instance. You have to fill the details. You have to give the name, instant name. I'm given the instant name is Linux server. You may give any name, the instant name. This I copy this one and paste it in the notepad. Okay. Next, you have to choose the operating system image. Amazon mission image. We call it as a Amazon mission image. Image is nothing but you have to select the operating system. Which operating system you need it? You need the Linux, you need Windows, you need Mac operating system. As per your requirement, you have to choose the operating system. Here, I am chosen Amazon Linux, I am chosen. Okay, scroll down. Here, if you click on this Amazon image, on this one, it is providing the details. See that some of them are mentioned, free tier eligible one. Some of them not mention the free tier. Not mentioning the free tier is nothing but they are the paid version. If they are mentioned the free tier means it is providing the free service. Now I am using the first one. I am using, okay, scroll down. It is showing AMI ID. And also you need to choose the instant type. Next step is you need to choose the instant type. See, if you want to launch any server, the three things are required. So tell me what are the three things are required? Send me in the chart window, chart option is there. What are the three things are required? Chart option is available. If you launch the server, the three things are required. What are the three things are required? Send me in the chat window, chat option is available. The three things are, one is a CPU, second one is a RAM capacity, and the third one is your hard disk. These three things are required, right? For that, here you need to choose the instant type. Instant type. In AWS, in AWS, I am choosing the Mumbai region. In the Mumbai region, see what are the instances are there. You can click on this link. See how many instances are providing in the Mumbai region data center. 513 instances are there. As per your needs, as per your business requirement, you have to choose the instant type. Here, those many instance types are there. 513 instance types are there. If you choose T2.2 extra large, how many CPUs it is providing? 8 CPUs. 32 GB RAM it is providing. If you choose T3 family, under T3 if you are chosen, T3 dot extra large, 4 CPUs are providing, 16 GB RAM is providing. If like that, there are many families are there in the instance types. A1 is there, C4 is there, C5 is there, right? Under many instances are there. So total in the Mumbai region, 513 instant types are there. Now you are the student, you are for practicing purpose, you have to use the free tab. So I am chosen T2.micro. How many CPUs it is providing? One CPU. So it is providing 1 GB RAM. Means if I am chosen the T2.micro, it is providing 1 CPU and 1 GB RAM it is providing. 1 GB RAM it is providing. Okay, fine. So I am chosen T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. Next, to connect your Linux server, you need the key. If already existing key is there, you have to use the existing key also. Right now, you are not creating any key pair. You have to create the key pair. How you have to create the key pair is click on create new key pair option is there. Click on this one. You have to queue the key pair name is Linux server key. You copy this one and paste it in the notepad. Okay, next. Here, key pair type, it is supporting RSA and this one, ED. I am chosen RSA type, private key file format. Two types of private key file formats are supported, PEM file and .ppk file. You may choose any one. I am chosen PEM file format. You may choose PPK also, no problem at all. Click on create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads option. Fine. Then the next step to launch and connect the Linux server, the next step is network settings. In network settings, click on edit option. Here we have to choose your VPC or the default VPC. If you want to create your own virtual private cloud also, you can create your own virtual private cloud, right? Right now, I am not creating any virtual private cloud. Whatever the default virtual private cloud is there, that default virtual private cloud I am chosen. I am not given any subnet preference. If you are chosen the Mumbai region, 3 subnets are there. AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. I'm not given any subnet preference. Auto assign public IP, that's enabled. Next, for security purpose, I'm creating the security group. For our easy understanding purpose, I'm given the security group name is Linux server. SG I am given security group. SG stands for security group. You may give any name. Same, we have to copy and paste in the description. Scroll down. This we have to paste it in the notepad also. This is the security group name I am given. Okay. Next, you are launching the Linux server. You are launching the Linux server is type is SSH. Port range is 22. And also source type. Here, if you click on these three options which are providing. If I am given anywhere, that is, if you know the IP address, you can connect it anywhere, anytime, any location. If you are chosen custom, then you need to enter the IP address of the server. If you are chosen my IP, only it is connecting my IP address only. Now I am connecting, I am chosen anywhere I am chosen, right? Scroll down. Here, you launch the Linux server for operating system installation purpose. The default AWS is providing 8 GB storage it is providing. Means the hard disk capacity 8 GB it is providing. 8 GB it is providing. Okay, scroll down. I'm not given right now any advanced details. Click on launch instance. See, the instance is launched successfully. You are getting the message. Click on the instances option. In earlier, no instances are there. Now, the instance is created. What is the instance status? Observe that pending. Pending. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. It is updating on the data center. Now we observe that what is the instance state? Running. Running. If you click on this taskbar, you have to move this, then it is showing the details. What's the instant ID? What is the instant name you are given for the creation time? Linux server. This is the instant ID. This is the instant state. What is the instant type you are chosen? T2.micro. Status check is that is initialized. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. It's updating. In this instant, I'm not given any alarms. Availability zone, it is selecting AP South 1A. I'm not given any subnet preference. It is taken automatically. AP South 1A, it is taken. Public IPv4 DNS, it is showing. This is the public IP address. I'm not using for this elastic IP address. IPv6 also I'm not using. Monitoring I am not using. That's why it is showing disabled. Security group I am using. The security group name is Linux Server ST. Key pair I am using. Key pair name is Linux Server key I am using. This is the launch time and date it is mentioned, right? So it is showing the details. If you click on this instant, at the bottom also it is showing the details. Instant ID, public IPv4 of this mission, private IPv4 of this mission, all the details which are showing at the bottom. Now, if you copy public IPv4 and paste it in the browser, paste it in the browser. Okay. Now, while launching the instant, I'm downloading the key pair. I'm downloading the key pair. Now I'm launching the Linux server in Mumbai region data center. Not in your laptop, not in your computer, not in your desktop. I launched the Linux server in the Mumbai region data center. Now I want to connect that instant, that virtual machine. How you need to connect it? You need one terminal is required. One terminal is required. The terminal is, you may use putty or you may use git bash. Any one terminal we have to use it. I'm using putty software, or if you want to use git bash also, you can use it. With the help of the terminal, you have to connect the virtual machine. I'm using the putty software. For that, in the slide also, I have mentioned that where you are downloading the putty software. This is the link I am providing in the slides. See that you have to download this one. If you are using Windows, you can download it and we have to install. It's a simple software. Just the MBs are there. You can click on next, next, next. Then the putty software is installed in your laptop. Now, already in my laptop, the putty software is installed. Whenever you are install the putty software in your laptop or in your desktop, putty Zen is also automatically installed. Now, while launching the instance, I am downloading one key pair I am downloading. The key pair, see that what is the type I am choosing to launch the instant in the Mumbai region. Key pair type I am chosen as a PEM file. PEM file I am chosen. Now, to connect using Putty software, you need to convert key pair .pem file format to .ppk file format. Pretty private key file format. You need to convert it. How you need to convert PEM file format to ppk file is using Putty Zen. Whenever you are install Putty software, automatically Putty Zen also installed in your laptop, in your desktop. Now I am using Putty Zen. Putty Zen. Click on this one. Here, load option is there. You don't go for generate option. It's taking much time. You have to choose load option. Click on load option. Wherever PEM file is there, in my downloads, click on this one. Now it is showing the PEM file. No, no. What is the reason? What is the reason? It is not showing the PEM file. I am not chosen all types. If you are chosen all types, then your PEM file is available. See that? You have to select this. Click on open. Click on OK. Click on save private key. Click on yes. You have to give the name is Linux server SG. Linux server key. Okay. What is the extension? .ppk. Putty private key file. Click on save option and then we have to close. Now you'll see in the downloads option in earlier the .ppk file, it's not there. System on top of that cap symbol. This is Putty private key file. Means I am converting PEM file format to .ppk file. Now after converting .ppk file, you have to connect using Putty software. Using Putty software. Now I want to connect the Linux server. This server I need to connect it. This virtual machine I need to connect it. This virtual machine I need to connect it. I am using the terminal is Putty software I am using. Putty I am using. Click on Putty. Click on this one. Then it is asking the host name or the public IP address. IP address means public IP address. You need to paste it. So that's why I copy and paste the public IP address in the notepad, right? Or you may copy here also. Select this instant, copy the public IPv4, paste it here. Paste it here. Not my public IP address. Whatever you are getting the public IP address, that IP address you have to enter. Here on the left side, under SSH option is there. Yes. Under SSH, authentication option is there. AUTH. Click on this one. You have to choose credentials option. Now you have to browse your private key file. Without your ppk file, you are not connecting your Linux server. That's why you are converting PEM file format to .ppk file format. Now you have to browse your key. You have to select your ppk file, Linux server key. Click on open. Click on open. Click on accept. Login as EC2-user. See that? I am connecting Linux server. Just wait. I'll change the appearance. Okay. Now, see that? I'm connecting the Linux server. I'm connecting the Linux server. Sir. Hello.
Excuse me, sir. Your screen is not visible, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Right. Now I am connecting the Linux server. Just wait, I'll change the settings. Change settings. Now the screen is visible, sir. You have the IP address. It is visible.
Seen. Yes, sir.
Now I copy the public IP address. Sorry, it is structured. 172.31.36.250.225. That's the IP address is there. Now we have to check it. The private IP address of your system. Last we have to see that 36.255 means I launch and connect the Linux server. I launch and connect the Linux server. I'm not installed the Linux operating system in my laptop. I'm connecting the Linux server using Putty software. Using the Putty software. If you want to do the work, if you want to create the file, you can create the file. If you want to create the empty file, you can create the empty file using the touch command. If you want to create file using editor, you may use gedit or va editor or vam editor. You can create the file. If you want to create the directories, if you want to use the directories, whatever you need the work, if you want to develop the application in the Linux server, you can develop the applications also as per your requirement. That is, I launch and connect the Linux server. I launch and connect the Linux server with one CPU, 1 GB RAM, and 8 GB hard disk capacity. 8 GB hard disk capacity. So those are the steps we have to follow how we launch and connect the Linux server. So whatever I follow the steps, each and every step pin to pin I mention in my PPT. In my PPT. See that?
Participants, please wait. I'm getting to know with Seshadri sir. I'll let you know. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, audible, sir, my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Just now. Okay, okay, sir. I'll share the screen. Okay, sir. Now, after launching your mission, after launching your virtual server, after completion of your practice, you have to terminate or you have to delete. How we have to delete your server, your virtual mission server or your virtual mission means select the server, select your virtual mission. Here, instant state option is there. You have to choose terminate instant. If you are chosen stop instant, like shutdowning your laptop, shutdowning your desktop. If you are chosen stop instant. If you are chosen terminate instant, completely the instant is terminated from the Mumbai region data center. I no need for this server, just I'm terminating the instant. Or if I stop the instant, click on stop instant, then stop it. Like shutdowning your laptop. Shutdowning your laptop. to explain the another concept, that is how we have to transfer the files. That is transfer files from my laptop to from my system to server, Linux server. For that, I am not terminate the instant, just I am stop the instant. Okay, just I am stopping the instant. Fine, fine. If you want to start the instant, select the instant, go for instant state, start instant is enabled. Click on start instant. It is pending, wait for 1 or 2 minutes, then the state is running. Once the state is running, then you have to connect your mission. You have to connect your server. Okay, fine. Just refresh this browser. Those are the steps we have to follow how to launch and connect your Linux server. Similarly, you need to launch and connect the Windows server. For that, what are the steps we have to follow? To launch and connect Windows server, what are the steps we have to follow? The same steps we have to follow, but choosing the operating system, Windows. See, I want to launch and connect the Windows server. What are the steps you need to follow? Services, you have to choose compute, choose EC2 option. EC2 option. See, in earlier, when I asked the first time, you have to observe the EC2 dashboard. How many instances are there? 0. How many instances are running? 0. Now, how many instances are running? 1. How many key pairs are there? 1. How many security groups are there? 2. One more security group is added. That is your created security group. How many volumes are there? 1 volume is there. Now, I need to launch and connect the Windows server. For that, which option you have to choose it? Under the left side, under the instances, we have to choose the instance option. We have to click on launch instance. You have to give the instant name is Windows server. We have to give it. This, you have to copy this and paste it in the notepad. Fine. Next. What is the next step? You need to choose the operating system image. You need to choose it. Now, this time you launch and connect the Windows server. For that, you have to choose Windows. Windows. Okay. Scroll down. Here, if you click on this, some of them are showing free tier eligible one. Some of them are not mentioned. The free tier means they are the paid version. Now I am choosing free tier. Free tier. Okay. This is AMI ID. It is showing. Now, in any server, you need the CPU, RAM capacity, and the hard disk capacity. Now, you have to choose the next step is instant type. We have to choose it. You are for practicing purpose, you are using T2.micro. It is providing free tier eligible one. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. It is providing. If you need to change the instant type as per your requirement, you can change it. In the Mumbai region, 513 instant types are there. As per your business requirement, you have to change the instant type also. Just in the previous concept, I am showing the instant type. Right now, I am chosen T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. It is providing. Scroll down. Now, you need to create the key pair, or you need to select already the existing one also. That one also, you can select it. No problem at all. If you want to create the new key pair, click on create new key pair. You have to give the key pair name is Windows Server key. You have to copy this one, paste it in the notepad. Okay. Next. Key pair type is RSA, private key file format, PEM file format. Click on create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads option. Okay. Next. The next step is you need to select network settings, edit option. Here default VPC you have to choose it. I'm not creating any virtual private cloud. If you want to create your own virtual private cloud also, you can create your own virtual private cloud. But that the procedure is that how we have to create your virtual private cloud. Right now, I am chosen to launch and connect the Windows server. I am chosen the default VPC I am chosen. I'm not given any subnet preference. Auto assign public IP is enabled. For our understanding purpose, security group name I am given as Windows Server SG I am given. Security group. You may give any name. Copy this one, paste it in the description. Scroll down. See, I'm asking the question to launch and connect Linux server. What's the type you are using? SSH. Now you launch and connect the Windows server. What is the type? RDP. For Linux server, what is the port number? 22. Now you are using the Windows server. The port number is 3389. Source type I am chosen as anywhere I am chosen. Okay. Now to launch and connect the Windows server, the default AWS, it is providing 30 GB. You are chosen T2.micro. 30 GB it is providing. Okay. I am not given any advanced details right now. Click on launch instance. The instance is launched in the Mumbai region. See that? What is the status? Pending. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Once the status is running, then we have to connect that Windows server. Right? All the steps I have mentioned in the PPT. See that? AWS EC2 Windows. Here I explain what is EC2. EC2 stands for Amazon Elastic Cloud Computing. With the EC2, you have to launch the different operating system. You have to connect it. Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, Windows Server, Red Hat Linux, so on. So I have mentioned the steps I have mentioned pin to pin. All the steps I have mentioned how we have to launch and connect the Windows server. Okay, fine. Now, see what is the status? What is the instant state? Running. Now, if you click on this instant, at the bottom, it is showing the details. Instant ID, public IPv4, private IPv4, instant status, private IP DNS, all the details which are showing at the bottom. Now, you launch and connect the Windows server. You select the instant. At the top, connect option is there. At the top, connect option is there. Click on connect option. Now you can click on RDP client. RDP client. Now you have to copy public DNS of this instant, paste it here on the notepad. Okay. Now you have to copy the username. AWS is providing the username is administrator. Copy this and paste it in the notepad. Fine. Now to connect the to connect the Windows machine from the data center, you need the password. How you get the password is click on get password. Already you are downloaded PAM file format. Click on get password. Here you have to upload the private key file. Click on this. What is the key name you are given? PAM file name. To launch the instant, Windows Server key you are given. That's we have to select it. Click on open. Scroll down. At the bottom, decrypt password option is there. Click on decrypt password. You are getting the password. Don't type this one. Copy this password. That's why everything I paste it on the notepad. Copy this password and paste it in the notepad. If you are missing the single letter also, it is not connecting your Windows server. That's why you have to copy and paste it on the notepad. Paste it on the Notepad. Fine. Okay. Okay. Now go to the instance. You have to note down public IPv4, paste it in the Notepad. Now, to launch and connect Linux server, you are using the terminal is putty or git bash. Here I am using the terminal is putty. Now, to launch and connect Windows server, you are using Windows operating system. It's already inbuilt remote desktop connection. See, in my laptop, remote desktop connection is there, right? If you are using Linux operating system or the Mac operating system or something, then you can select the instance in the AWS portal, go for connect option is there. See here in the RDP client, download remote desktop file option is there. You may connect Windows server, you can download this remote desktop file, or you may use from your laptop also. Already in my laptop, remote desktop connection is there. That's why I'm not downloading. You can download that one also. You can connect with the help of the remote desktop file. Now, I'm using in my laptop, remote desktop connection is there. That's why I no need that download option. I can connect using remote desktop connection. Okay. Here, you need to enter. You need to enter. Sir, it is audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
You
It's,
okay.
it's
Okay. Okay. You need to enter the public DNS. That's why I copy and paste on the notepad. Public DNS of the instance is this one. Copy this, paste it here, computer. Click on connect option is there. Click on this, click on connect option. Those point also I have mentioned in my slide. Click on connect. Next, it is asking the username. The username is administrator. Copy this, paste it here, and enter the password. This is the password. Copy this password and paste it here. Click on OK. Click on yes. Now it is connected the Windows mission from Mumbai region data center. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. It is connected. Windows server is connected. I can minimize this. All the steps I have mentioned in my PPT. See here. See here. That is, first we have to select the region. Means the Mumbai region we have to select it. Select EC2 service. Click on launch instances. You enter the name is Windows Server, or you may give your name also, no problem. You have to choose the operating system image. Amazon mission image, you have to choose it. You launch and connect Windows Server. That's why you need to choose the Windows operating system. You have to choose the instance type is t2.micro. You can click on create new key pair. Enter the key pair name. That is special characters does not work out. You have to give the key pair name accordingly. Select the key pair file format as PEM file. You can click on create key pair. Then you have to check allow RDP traffic. That's in the inbound rule. I am checking that. And the source as anywhere. The 3 types it is providing: anywhere, custom, and my IP. I am choosing anywhere, right? And storage it is providing to launch and connect the Windows Server 30 GB. It is providing, and then launch the instance, right? All the steps in my PPT I have mentioned. Now go to this one. Now what is status? Running. Now see here, it is connected the Windows Server. Now we observe on the screen at the right side, it is displaying. See, observe the mouse pointer. Host name, instant ID, private IP address, public IP address. To launch and connect the Windows Server, the instant type I am chosen as t2.micro. I'm not given any subnet preference. It is chosen AP South 1A. Now to launch and connect the Windows server, I am chosen T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory it is providing, right? So that is 1 GB memory it is showing. Now to launch and connect the Windows server, how much storage it is providing? 30 GB. 30 GB. See that? Click on here. Why it is slow is you are using T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. If you click on this PC, see how much storage it is providing. That is to install the OS, 30 GB it is taken, 29.9. So you are using T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory, and the default it is providing 30 GB storage it is providing, right? So those are the steps we have to follow how to launch and connect the Windows server. How to launch and connect the Windows server. Okay, fine, fine. Now, the next one is how we have to transfer files from your laptop to launched Linux server or Windows server. Windows server. Okay. For that, what are the steps we have to follow? Here, first, we have to launch the server. First, I have to explain how we have to launch and connect, how we have to transfer files to the Linux server. Launch the Linux server. Launch the Linux server. The first step is you need to launch and connect Linux server. Linux server. That's already done. That's already done. I launched the server. I can connect it using Putty software. No problem. Just wait. I'll connect the Putty software. Enter the host name. Here on left side, under SSH, under authentication, choose the credential. Browse option is there. Here, you have to choose Linux server key. Click on open. Click on open. Click on accept. You have to give EC2-user. Click on enter. Now it is connected. Okay. Now it is connected. Sir, why you are given login as EC2-user? You may give other name. No. No. Because the AWS is provided for Amazon Linux. The login as, this is the login as given. See that? How we have to check it is, select the instance. At the top, connect option is there. Click on that. See, what is the username is given? EC2-user. That's why login as EC2-user. You may launch and connect Red Hat Linux. Username is vary. You may launch and connect Ubuntu. Username is vary. Ubuntu. Red Hat Linux EC2-user. Right? You have to try that one. You launch and connect the Red Hat Linux. You launch and connect the Ubuntu also. Right? That's the first step I have completed. Launch and connect the Linux server. Then the next, you need to transfer files from your laptop, from your desktop to launch the Linux server. You need WinSCP software. WinSCP software you need it. For that, already I mentioned in my PPT, that is here, the software is also mentioned. This one. Open this link. Then you can download the WinSCP software. It's a small software, 11 MB. You can install in your laptop. Then you need to transfer. The second step is you need to install WinSCP software. Then the next step is we have to open WinSCP. Before that, just we have to check it. This is the fresh Linux server. I am not install any software. I am not any files. I am not transferred. See that you can click on the ls command. Is there any files and directories are there? No. Just wait. I can change the appearance. Appearance. Change 18 and choose. Okay. Is there any files and directories are there? There is no files and directories are there. Already in my laptop, WinSCP software is there. I open WinSCP software, right? This is the symbol. Click on this. Click on this. WinSCP, right? Now, now it is asking the host name. Host name is nothing but you have to enter the public IP address of the Linux server. Copy this, paste it, the host name. Now, you have to give the username is ec2-user. You have to enter the password, means .ppk file. Click on advanced option is there. Here, here on SSH, wait. Here, you have to just open this one. Wait, is not showing. Wait, wait. Again, I can connect it using WinSCP. Click on this one. It is asking upgradation. Now you have to enter the host name or the public IP address. This is the host name. Port number is 22. Username is ec2-user. And we have to give the password. Under SSH, authenticate option is there. You have to browse the key. Browse the key. Here, this option you have to choose it. Downloads, Linux server key, click on open, click on OK, and then click on login. See that? Now it is connected. Now it is connected. Now, this is in my left side, my system files are showing. Here in this window, right side, server files are showing. Linux server files are showing. Is there any files and directories are there? Here on right side of this window, right side of this window, no, no. Now what I am doing is, now open the directory. You have to browse it. Here in my PC, in D drive, right, in CCV folder, notes is there. Click on OK. Okay, click on add option. Click on OK. Whatever the notes folder files are there, all those which are showing. Now you need to transfer in my laptop in D drive, CCV folder, notes folder, those files are there. I need to transfer those files to the launched Linux server. Just go to the mouse pointer. The unit one is there. Just drag and drop. See that? Drag and drop. That is, move to the server. I transferred files from my laptop to launched Linux server. Similarly, this one, unit 2 also, just drag and drop. Similarly, unit 3, drag and drop. This one, unit 4, drag and drop. Unit 5, drag and drop. This one, this file also you need to transfer. Total, how many files I transferred from my laptop to launched Linux server? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 files I transferred from my laptop to launched Linux server. Now, you check it in the Linux server. ls command we have to give it. the files are transferred. So those are the steps we had to follow to transfer files from my laptop or desktop to launched Linux server. So first you launch and connect the Linux server. Second, you need to install WinSCP software. On WinSCP software, you need to enter the IP address and the key we have to enter, authentication key, that is .ppk file you have to enter. And then the fourth step is you have to drag and drop the files. Whatever you need to transfer the files, those files you have to transfer. Just drag and drop the mouse pointer. Those are the steps we have to follow how to transfer files from your laptop to launched Linux server. Then the next one is how to transfer files from your laptop to launched Windows server. Launched Windows server. Launched Windows server. Just as usual, first you need to launch and connect the Windows server. For that, there is no software is required to transfer the files. Just at the connect using the remote desktop connection, all drives we have to enable. All drives we have to enable. Right now, in my desktop, one file is there. I need to transfer that file from my laptop to launched Windows server. See that US file is there. US file is there. This one. Now I need to transfer this file from my laptop to launched Linux server. Just copy this one. Copy this one, and here open your Windows server. Right click on it and paste it. Paste it. You can open this. That is, the file is transferred. Just to connect that, you are using the remote desktop connection. On that, the advanced option is there at the bottom. All drives we have to enable. Already I enabled, that's why it is transferred the files. In any drive in your laptop, any drive folder files you can transfer from your laptop to this launched server. So remember the point, there is no Word or the PPT in this launched Windows server. Why? Because I am not installed any softwares or any application I am not installed. This is just I am launching the Windows server. That's why no Word file, no PPT files in the launched Windows server. You need the software, you can install it on that Windows server, right? So that just I am launching and connecting the Windows server. Just I launch and connect the Windows server. Okay, those are the steps we have to follow. How we have to launch and connect Linux server. How we have to launch and connect the Windows server. How we have to transfer files from your laptop to launched Linux server. Launched Linux server. Fine. Fine. Now the next one is web server. Web server. How you make as web server. Launch the Linux server, you make as a web server. Launch the Windows server, you make as a web server. For that, what are the steps we have to follow? See that the PPT number 8 is there. Click on this. PPT number 8. I can close all those things. Right. Web server is a program that uses HTTP hypertext transfer protocol to serve the files from web pages to users in response to their request I am representing. Now, the examples of the web server is Apache HTTP server, Internet Information Services IIS, NGINX, HTTP-D by Apache. Right. First, you need Linux server make as a web server. Just I launch and connect the Linux server. I launch and connect Linux server. Fine. I launch and connect Linux server. So we have to install to make as web server. You need to install HTTPD by Apache, and it will be the two-step process. First step is you need to update the Yum repository. Second step is you need to install web package. Already I told that Just I launch and connect the server, Linux server. You need the software, you can install it. You need the packages, you have to install it. So to make as web server, Linux server, you need to install HTTPD by Apache. For that, the first step is you need to update the yum repository. Second step is you need to install web package. For that, what are the steps we have to follow? First, you launch and connect the Linux server. That's already done. I connect it using the putty software. That's also already done. Then the next step is we have to switch to the root user. How we have to switch to the root user? Using the command sudo su. Sudo su. That's we have to done it. So in earlier, EC2-user is not there. Now it is in root user. Now it is in root user. That is, I'm following, I'm switched to the root user. I switch to the root user. Next, what is that mentioned in my PPT? You have to update the repository. How we have to update the repository? Using this command, yum update -y. Copy this, paste it here. Click on enter. See that it is updated. It is updated. Next, we have to install web package. How we have to install web packages? Yum install httpd-y. Copy this one. You have to type or you have to paste it and click on enter. Now it is installed in my Linux server. Then it is showing complete. Fine. Now, whenever you are install the web package, it's already created the directory with the name HTML. Now we move to that HTML directory. How we have to move to the HTML directory is using this one. cd/var/www/html. Copy this. You have to paste it here. Click on enter. For that directory, it is moving. The next step is you have to create web page. The simple web page I am creating using the echo command. I am displaying the messages Amazon Web Services I am creating. Okay, just I copy this. I save this as the index.html. The main file name is index.html. That's why I save this as index.html. Copy this one. A simple HTML file I am creating, index.html. Click on enter. Next. Now we have to start the web service. How we have to start the web service is service httpd start. Copy this one and paste it here. Click on enter. Now it is started http. Now we have to use the command, this one, httpd on. Copy this one. You have to paste it. Now our Linux mission make as a web server and convert this Linux mission as a web server. For that, I copy the Linux server public IP address. Chart option is there. I'll send the public IP address of my Linux server in the chart box. You copy and paste it. In your browser. Send me the response. What you got it. I copy and paste it. Public IP address. What the response you got it? If you copy and paste the public IP address Linux server, then what you got it? You are getting the result. Send me in the chart window. Chart option is there. Send me in the chart window.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what option you are getting, sir?
1 minute, checking that.
That is, the site cannot be reached.
Yes.
Site cannot be reached. Why you are getting this message? I launch and connect the Linux server and I follow the steps and make as a web server. And I copy the public IP address and paste it on the browser. We are not getting the result. We are getting the result is this site cannot be reached. The reason is I'm not enable the HTTP port to launch and connect the Linux server. I enable the type is SSH only. I enable. I'm not enabling the port is HTTP. I'm not enabling. That's the reason you are not getting the result. You are getting the message is this site cannot be reached. This site cannot be reached. Now, I have to enable the HTTP port. HTTP port. How we have to enable the HTTP port is, how we have to enable the HTTP port is, here on left side, network and security option is there. Under security groups are there. Click on this one. Here you are given the security group name is Linux server. Linux server. Okay. You can select that Linux server group. Go for inbound rules option is there. At the bottom, inbound rules option is there. Here edit inbound rules option is there. See, you are enabled only SSH. That's why you are getting the result is this site cannot be reached. Now you have to enable the HTTP port. How we have to enable is, here add rule option is there. Click on add rule option. Here you can click on that. Here we have to enable HTTP. You have to choose anywhere. Here also we have to choose anywhere and then save rules. Save rules. Okay. Okay. Now you have to refresh your browser. Whatever I am sending, the public IP address of the Linux server, just you refresh the browser. Then what message you got it? Send me in the chat window. What message you got it? Chat option is there. What message you got it? That is, I got the message Amazon Web Services. See that? See that? Now it is working perfectly. Means you have to enable the port is HTTP. In earlier, I am not enabling the port HTTP. That's why you are getting the messages this site cannot be reached. Okay. Now I enable the HTTP. We are getting the result is Amazon Web Services. Right. Those are the steps we have to follow. How launched Linux server make as web server. All the steps I have mentioned in my PPT. In my PPT. Right. Right. Next. Next. Now you have to take the Windows server. How you make as web server. But then what are the steps we have to follow? What are the steps we have to follow? The first step is, as usual, you launch and connect Windows server. That's already done. That's already done. Right? I launch and connect the Windows server. I launch and connect the Windows server. Then the next step, we have to enable IIS, Internet Information Services. You need to enable for the Windows server. For the Windows server, right? For that, what are the steps we have to follow? We have to open launched Windows server. Here, start option is there. Start option is there. Here we have to choose server manager. Click on server manager, launched server. Okay. To make as web server, we have to follow the steps. Now we observe that it is updating. At the top, one line is moving. See, at the top, observe the cursor pointer. One line is moving. It is updating. And also we have to observe that at the bottom, how many servers are there? Two. Two. Wait for few minutes. Wait for few minutes. All the steps I have mentioned that. Now the color is changed. Now the color is changed at the bottom. At the bottom. All the steps I have mentioned in my PPT. See that? All the steps I have mentioned. Next, see one more it is added. File and storage services. Now you have to click on add roles and features option is there. Right? Add roles and features option is there. You can click on that. Click on next option. Click on next option. Click on next option. Here you need to choose web server IIS. Click on add feature. Click on next. Click on next. Click on next. Click on next. Click on install. Now it is installed in your launched server. Make as web server. It is installed. Wait for few minutes. It is installed. It is in progress. See that. See that. Future installation. It's in progress. It's in progress. All the steps, including next option also, I have mentioned in my PPT. Wait. To make as web server, the launched Windows server, you need to install IIS. IIS. It is installed. It is installed. It's taking 1 or 2 minutes time. Okay. All the steps I have mentioned in my PPT also. See that? See that? Install Internet Information Services, IIS you need to install. For that, add roles and features option is there. Click on OK. Click on next, next, next. You have to select IIS. Click on add features. Next, 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 5 times I'm given. That's also I can write it in my PPT. Click on install. Click on install. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Now I'll check it. I'll check it. View installation progress. It's over. It's over. Click on close option. Click on close option. Now what I'm doing is, here you can click on folder in launched server, this PC, right? Click on C drive. Click on C drive. init pub folder is created. Click on this. Here www root folder is created. Click on this one. Now before that, you copy and paste the public IPv4 of this machine. Just wait. Go to the instances. Select the Windows server. Copy this public IPv4 and I'll send it in the chart window. Chart option is there. Post it the public IP address. Now, see, in my laptop also, I copy and paste the public IP address of the Windows server. Before that, we're not getting any result. Why? Because I'm not adding anyone. I'm not enabling the HTTP also. I'm not enabling HTTP server also. Fine. What I'm doing is, here in my laptop, one index.html file is there. See, one index.html file is there. I can run this one, just a simple HTML code I am written. This is the code I am written in index.html. This is the code I am written. That is welcome to this page. Below are the links for Google and Facebook, google.com and facebook.com. Okay, fine. This is index.html. If I run my laptop, we are getting this one. If you click on google.com, it is redirecting to Google. If I click on facebook.com, then it is redirecting to facebook.com. That's I am written the index.html. Index.html. If you copy and paste the server IP address, you are getting this message. This site cannot be reached. Fine, fine. Now, what I am doing is I transfer this file. You know how we have to transfer the files from your system to launched Linux server. I copy this one and I open this. Here, where you need to transfer is here in this PC, C drive, inetpub folder, www root folder. Here, these two files you have to remove this. Whatever you are created, index.html, that's you need to transfer. That's you need to transfer. Now, you have to refresh your public IP address. Refresh your public IP address. You are getting any result? You are getting any result? You are getting any result? No, you are not getting any result. Why? Because you are not enabling the HTTP port. That's why you are getting the result is this site cannot be reached. This site cannot be reached. See that? This site cannot be reached. Now, I want to enable the HTTP port. You know, what are the steps we have to follow? You have to select the instance here on left side on EC2, here on left side under network and security option is there, under network security group is there. What is the security group name you have mentioned to launch your mission for the Windows mission? I have mentioned the name is Windows Server SG. I am mentioned Windows Server SG. I am mentioned. That's why you have to note down in the notepad. You have to select this one. Now here at the bottom, inbound option is there. Click on edit inbound role. See that only RDP is there. You are not enabled the HTTP. That's why you are getting the result is this site cannot be reached. Now you have to enable the HTTP port. How you have to enable the HTTP port? Click on add rule option is there. Now select this one. You have to enable the HTTP. Click on this. Here you have to choose anywhere. Here also we have to choose anywhere. Right? Click on save rules option. Click on save rules option. Okay. Now you refresh the browser, then you are getting the result. That is welcome to this page. Below are the links for Google and Facebook. If you click on this one, then it is redirecting to Google. If you click on this facebook.com, then it is redirecting to facebook.com. Right? That is, it is perfectly working. That is, I make as web server for the Windows mission. For the Windows mission. Those are the steps we have to follow. How you make as web server for the launched servers. It may be the Linux server or it may be the Windows server. Those are the steps we have to follow. How you launch and connect the Linux server, how to transfer files from your system to launch Linux server, how you make as web server, similarly for Windows missions also. After completion of your practice, you have to terminate all whatever you are practiced. How you have to terminate this Linux server is select the instance, go for the instance state, terminate instance option is there. Click on terminate instance, click on terminate. See that first it is shutdowning and then it is terminated from the Mumbai region data center completely. For that it is taking time half an hour or 1 hour. Then from that data center, Linux server is completely terminated. Right. Similarly, you need to terminate Windows server also. Select this, go for the instance state, terminate instance. Click on terminate. First shutdowning and then terminate. Now you have to check EC2 dashboard. Just refresh the browser. We observe that how many instances are running? 0. How many instances are there? 2. They are in shutdowning, wait for half an hour or 1 hour, then it is completely terminated from the Mumbai region data center. How many security groups are there? Three. How many keypads are there? Two keypads are there. If you want to delete keypads also, keypads under the security group, the AWS will not be charged. However, if you want to delete the keypad under the security group also, select those keypads, go for action, delete option is there. Here we have to type delete. Click on delete option. Then the keypad is deleted. Similarly, if you want to delete security group, click on this one, select the security group name, go for actions, delete security group is there. Click on delete option. The security group is deleted. See that? Just refresh the browser. In earlier 3 security groups are there, now 2 is there. If you want to delete this one also, select the security group name, go for action, delete security group, delete option. The security group is also deleted. Now go to the EC2 dashboard, just refresh the browser, see that how many keypads are there? 0. How many security groups are there? One security group is there, that the default security group. 2 instances are there, it's completely terminated from the Mumbai region, it's taking half an hour or 1 hour time, then it's completely terminated from the Mumbai region. So those are the features I explained in the EC2 service. Means under the compute service, I explained the EC2. I explained the EC2. Similarly, I explain one more feature. One more feature is that is a storage. How we have to create S3. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. Simple Storage Service. That is abbreviated as S3. Abbreviated as S3. How we had to create bucket, how we had to upload objects, how we had to delete objects, how we had to delete bucket, that should see. Okay. Whenever you are deleting the instance, automatically that connections are also be closed. See that? See that? It is closed, right? It is closed automatically. You can close all those things. Now, to create the bucket, which service you need to use it? Here on services option, S3 option is there. See that. Click on this one. Click on this one. Or at the search box, you have to type as S3. At the search box, you have to type as S3. Then you need to select this option. Then you need to create bucket. Bucket is nothing but folder you have to create it. Click on create bucket. Okay. Now, to create the bucket, what are the steps you have to follow is, first you need to select the region. The S3, it is providing global service. Global service. If you observe that, you can select the EC2 service, it is providing the region. See that? In EC2, click on this, it is providing the regions. It is providing the regions. Similarly, if I click on the S3, see at the top what you are getting? Global. Means S3 is providing global service, it is providing. Global service, it is providing. Click on create bucket. You have to select the region as per your requirement. I am chosen the Mumbai region. If you want to create the bucket in North Virginia also, you can select it. But after completion of practice, you have to delete it. I am selecting the Mumbai region. Bucket name. Bucket name. To give the bucket name must be in a queue. Must be in a queue. Right? Must be in a queue. Right? You are not given uppercase letters. You are not given bucket name as IP address. Right? Now, if I given the bucket name is Ramo, I am given, or whatever the name I am given, and ACLs is enabled, access control list I have to enable, right? Remove block all public access, and put the tick mark. See what you observe. Click on create option. Click on create option. Then what you are getting? You are getting the red color. What the red color it is displaying? See that? See that? Bucket with the same name already exists. Means to give the bucket name, it's globally unique. Globally unique. And also, we'll start with the lowercase letters. Bucket name, you are not given as IP address, right? So to give the bucket name, it's globally unique. Now, I'm given the bucket name is my name. With my name also someone is created. That's why I'm given as a bucket name is Sheshadri9441 I am given. Okay. Now, we have to follow the steps to create the bucket. First, we have to select the region. Next, we have to give the bucket name. Then next step is ACLs we have to enable. Access control list we have to enable. Then scroll down. We have to remove all block all public access. We have to remove that, and you will put the tick mark. We'll put the tick mark. Scroll down. I'm not adding all the features of the bucket. In upcoming, we can explain the features also, right? Right now, just I am creating the bucket. That's why I'm not using versioning feature, tags, the default encryption, right? Advanced settings I'm not using. Just click on create bucket. Click on create bucket. See, bucket is created. With the name Sheshadri9441, bucket is created. Now, if you open this bucket, see, is there any objects are there? Is there any objects are there? No. There is no objects are there. There is no objects are there. Now, what I am doing is, I want to upload the objects. Here the objects meaning is anyone. Objects is, it may be text, it may be images, it may be audio files, it may be video files, or it may be the PDF, anyone. The object is nothing but anyone. Now, is there any objects are there on the bucket? No, no. You need to upload the objects. How you need to upload the objects? The options are, here is there upload option. Here also upload option is there. You can click on upload option here or here, no problem. I'm selecting here. We have to add files option is there. If you want to add folder also, we can add the folder. You need to add particular files also, you can add the files. Click on add files. Here in my desktop, images option is there. See that in my desktop, images folder is there. Under images, those are the objects are there. I am selecting this object. Click on open. Click on open, right? Click on upload. One object I am uploading. See that? One object I am uploading. Go for the bucket. Open the bucket. One object I am uploading. If you click on this object, it is showing the details. That is, properties tab is there, permissions tab is there, versions tab is there. When we click on the object details are showing. Now, if you copy the object URL and you have to paste it in the browser, see, I'll post it in the chart window also. I'll post it on the chart, the object URL. You have to paste it on the browser. You have to paste it on the browser. I also pasted it. Then what the message you got it? What the message you got it? You copy and paste the object URL. You copy and paste the object URL. What the message you got it? This is the message you got it. You are getting an error message. Why you are getting an error message? I'm not enable this object as public. That's why you got the message as error message. Similarly, you need to upload one more object also. You can upload it. How you make as public? I'm uploading the object, no doubt. In the bucket, I'm uploading the object. This cat object I'm uploading, right? You have to open the object. Go for the permissions tab option is there. Permissions tab option is there at the top. Here edit option is there. Click on edit option. Here, everyone public access read option I am given. Okay, and put the tick mark and click on save changes. Now you have to refresh the browser. Whatever I am sending the link on the chat box, whatever I am sending the object URL, whatever I am sending the object URL on the chat box, just you refresh the browser, then what you are getting? See, you are getting the result. You are getting the result. Means I make as object is public. That's why you are getting the result. You are getting the result, right? Similarly, you need to upload one more object to the bucket. Click on the bucket. Here, upload option is there. Click on that. Add files option is there. Click on this one. Here in my desktop, US folder is there. US name, US file is there. This one. Click on open, right? And click on upload. Click on upload. Now, if we open this object, copy object URL, paste it on the browser, see, you are getting an error message. Why? Because that object is not public. That's why you are getting the message is error, you are getting it. Now, to make as public, what are the steps we have to follow? You have to open the object. Go for the permissions tab. Click on edit option is there. Here you will put the tick mark read. Scroll down, put the tick mark for acknowledgement. Scroll down, click on save changes. Now you refresh this object URL, then you are getting the message. You are getting this message you are getting. Okay. So those are the steps we have to follow, how we have to upload the objects. So at the time of uploading object, you make as public also. How you make as public at the time of uploading objects to the bucket. Select the object, first open the bucket, go for upload option, add files. Here images folder, this object I am chosen. Click on open, scroll down. Here permissions tab is there. Here permissions tab is there. Click on that. Here grant public read access. Put the tick mark. Put the tick mark. You have to select this option and you'll put the tick mark for acknowledgement. Click on upload. Click on upload. The object is uploaded. Now you have to open this object, copy object URL and paste it in the browser. Then you are getting the result. To upload the object, I am given as public. That's why you are getting the result. That's why you are getting the result. Now to delete the object in the bucket, select the object, go for delete option is there. See that? Delete it. Then you have to type it. You have to type it. Permanently delete the object. You have to type it or paste it here. Copy and paste it here. Copy and paste it here. Click on delete. Click on delete. That object is deleted to the bucket. Now, if I try to delete the bucket, select the bucket, go for delete option, then what message you got it? What message you got it? See that this bucket is not empty. Means, what is the meaning of that? To delete the bucket, first all bucket are removed. All objects are removed on the bucket. That's why objects are there on the bucket. If I try to delete the bucket, then you are getting the message is bucket is not empty. Bucket is not empty. So to delete the bucket, all the objects we have to remove. Click on delete option. You have to type it permanently delete. Copy this, paste it here. Click on delete objects. Then you try to delete the bucket, select the bucket, go for delete object. Now you have to type the bucket name. That is, bucket name is there. You copy and paste it or type it. Click on delete object. Click on delete bucket. then that bucket is deleted. See that? See that? Is there any bucket? No. No. I delete the bucket. So those are the steps we have to follow. How we have to create the bucket? How we have to create the bucket? How we have to upload the objects? How we have to delete the objects? How you make as object as public, and how we delete the bucket. How we delete the bucket. Those are the steps we have to follow. There are many features are there in bucket, not for uploading and downloading the bucket objects, all those things. There are many features are there, right? Next, as per my schedule, already I'm saying that I'm explaining the compute service. I explain the S3 bucket creation, uploading the objects. Next, I want to explain one more feature is IAM. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. Access management. So with the help of the identity and access management, with the help of identity and access management, you have to create IAM users, you have to create IAM groups, you have to create IAM policies, you have to create custom policies, right? With the help of the IAM. Why the IAM we have to use it? Identity and access management, why they are using? Means, for example, the organization you are taken, the organization has 500 employees at it. The management, they are not providing for the 500 employees, they are not create their own AWS account, right, with their credit card or the debit card. What the organization has to do? The organization has to create one AWS account, one AWS account. That is nothing but the root account. There are two types of accounts are there. Two types of users are there. Two types of users are there. One is a root user. Second one is a IAM user. Second one is IAM user. The organization has the 500 employees. The management cannot provide for all each and individual employee. The organization cannot provide the AWS accounts. AWS account. See, when I log out and log in this AWS account, see what message I got it. See that? I sign out this one, right? Now I sign in this as, I sign in this. What it is asking, there are two types of users are there. One is root user, second one is IAM user. Every time I am logging with my root user. So the root user, all the services are worked out. All the services are worked out. Whereas if you are chosen IAM user, whatever the permissions you are given, only those services are worked out in the IAM user. The organization cannot provide for each and every employee the AWS accounts. What their role is there, accordingly, they are providing the permissions. Suppose if the employees have only working with compute service, they give only permission for the compute service. If the employee is working only the storage, they are given the permission only the storage. If the employees are working only the database, then they are given the permission only for database. That is with the help of IAM, they are given the permissions. How we had to create the IAM users, how we had to create the IAM groups, how we had to add the users to the IAM group. Those are the steps. Those are those things we had to discuss. First, I had to log in with my root user. With my root user, click on next option, enter the password, enter the password. This is my root user. This is my root user. See, at the top, account ID is there. You copy this account ID, paste it, not my account ID. Don't paste not my account ID. Remember, right? Now, to create IAM users, at the search box, IAM, we have to type it. Here, we have to choose IAM, Identity and Access Management. See, at the left side, under Access Management, users option is there. Users option is there. Click on users option. See, how many users are there? How many IAM users are there? Zero. Zero. Now, I need to create one IAM user. For that, click on create user option is there. Now I am given user name. It's a three-step process. First step is specify the user detail. Second step is set permissions. Third step is review and create. First, I am given as user name is user1 I am given. Now you have to provide user access to AWS Management Console. Click on put the tick mark here. Now you have to choose, are you providing console access to person? Yes. Yes. I want to create IAM user. I want to create IAM user. We have to choose this option. Next, we have to console password. You want to choose auto generate password or you want to choose custom password. Whatever, as per your requirement, we have to choose it. If you want to choose auto generate, you can click on this one. If you want to choose custom password, you have to choose this one. To provide the password for that IAM user, you have to follow those are the rules. Those are the rules. You must be at least 8 characters length, the password must include at least 3 of the following mix of the character types. One is uppercase letter, lowercase letter, a number, and the symbol. In these 4, we have to combine any 3. Any 3. That's why I have mentioned that must include at least the 3 of the following mix of character types. Now, I'm given password for this one is I'm given as user at the rate 123 and this is the password and I copy this just for understanding purpose I am pasting, right? What is the IAM user I am given? User1 I am given. User1 I am given. Okay. Scroll down. Here, user must create new password at the next signing. If you want to recommend this user is there, first time you have to give this user. For the next sign in, you have to give the another name. If you want to must create new user password at the next sign in, we'll put the tick mark. Otherwise, you have to remove the tick mark. Click on next option. Then you need to set, you need to give the permission for this IAM user. The AWS is providing the 3 options are providing. Add user to the group. Right now, I am not creating any group. You are copy the permissions. I'm not creating any permissions. I'm not copy the permissions. I'm attach the policies directly. If you are chosen any option, no problem at all. I'm chosen attach policies directly. What policy I am attaching? See that in the AWS, there are these many policies are there. Now I want to add the policy EC2 full access permission. I'll put the tick mark, click on next option, scroll down, click on create user, scroll down, return to users list, click on continue. See, the user is created with the name user1, with the name user1. Okay. I'm given for user1 what permission I am given. I am given for user1 EC2 full access permission I am given. Full access permission I am given. Fine. Now I am login as with IAM user. That is, I have to open another browser, AWS Management Console. Click on this one. Sign into the console. Now this time I'm using as IAM user I am asking. See what it is asking. You have to enter 12 digit of your account ID. This is my 12 digit of my account ID. Copy this one, paste it here. Paste it here. Click on next. Click on next. You have to give the IAM user, the user one. You have to enter the password. This is the password I am given for this IAM user. Copy this, click on sign in. See, 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 with my IAM, I'll open my AWS account. I'll open my AWS account. See that what permission I am given for this IAM user? What permission I am given for this user, IAM user? EC2 full access permission. Now go to the EC2 service. If you want to create the instant server, if you want to launch and connect the Windows server, we can connect it. Now, with this IAM user, I am not given a permission for S3. Now, let us will search S3. Go for S3. Go for S3. Click on create bucket. Choose the Mumbai region. Bucket name is my name I am given. Sheshadri 944131 I am given. ACLs is enabled. Put the tick mark, remove tick mark for block all public access. Put the tick mark for acknowledgement. I'm not adding all the futures. Click on create bucket. See what message you are got it. What message you got it? Failed to create bucket. Why? Why? Why you got this message? That is to create IAM user. I'm given the permission is EC2 full access services. Full access permission I am given. I am not given the permission for S3 bucket. That's why you are not able to create the bucket. You are not able to create, you are not able to connect the database also. You are not able to create the IAM user also. See that? I try to create the IAM user with this IAM user. With this IAM user. See what it is displayed. What it is displayed. Access is denied. Access is denied. Because I am not given the permission for this IAM user. IAM permission I am not given. That's why you are getting this message. Similarly, I need to create one more IAM user. How we have to create IAM user? Go for your root account. Here on search box IAM, we have to type it. At the left side, users option is there. Click on create user. This time I am given the user is user2 I am given. Put the tick mark. I want to create IAM user. You have to give custom password. I am given the password. Custom password is user @123 I am given. This is the password I am given. I copy this password and paste it here. Paste it here. What is the IAM user I am given? User2. Now, for this user2, I am given S3 full access permission I want to give it. Scroll down. Click on next option. Now, I'm attaching policies directly. This time I want to attach the policy S3 full access permission. Put the tick mark, click on next option, scroll down, click on create user, click on return to users list, click on continue. See, IAM user 2 is created. User 1 is created in 4 minutes back. 4 minutes back. Now user 2 is created. User 2 is created. Now, if I want to connect this IAM user, just sign out. We have to open a new browser and sign out this IAM user and sign into the console. Sign into the console. Now, you have to enter. You have to enter this account ID. Your 12-digit account ID we have to enter. This is your 12-digit account ID. This is my 12-digit account ID. Copy this one. Paste it here. You have to enter the IAM user, user2. You have to enter the password. For this IAM user, I am given the password is this one. Copy and paste it here. Click on sign in. Now I am signing to IAM user 2 I sign in. Now I try to create, launch and connect the Linux server. For that EC2 service I am using. See what messages you are getting. We observe that API error. Why? Because for creation of IAM user 2, I am given the permission S3 full access permission. That's why you are not able to launch and connect the Linux server using the EC2 service. If you create the bucket user 2, then you can create the bucket. No problem at all. If you want to connect the database with this IAM user, no, you are getting an error message. Because for IAM user 2, you are given the permission only S3. You are not given the permission for EC2. You are not given the permission for database. Getting an errors. Okay. Now, that is how we have to create the users. If you want to create the groups, or the search box, you have to type it IAM. On the left side, users group option is there. Click on this users group. Is there any group is there? Right now, I am not creating any IAM groups. Click on create group. You have to give the group name is, I am given as group 1 I am given. Now, for this group, you want what users you need added. I am selecting user 1 I am adding. For this user 1, what is the permission you want to attach it? I want to attach the permission EC2 full access permission and click on create group. That is, for the group 1, I am given full access permission. How many users are there? Only one user is there. Right? If you want to create one more user, at the left side users option is there. Click on users. Create user option is there. I am given the user is user 3. Put the tick mark and I want to create IAM user. Click on custom password. I am given the password is user @123 I am given. 123 I am given. Click on next option. Here I am attaching the policy, that is EC2 full access permission I am attaching. EC2 full access permission I am attaching. Click on next option. Click on create user. Return to users list. Continue. Right. Now another user I am creating, user 3. Now I want to add that user 3 to this group. How we have to add it? Already group is created. On that group, only one user is there, user 1. I want to add one more user in this group, one more employee on that CSE department, one more employee on the IT department. How we have to add that employee? That is, go for add users option is there. You want to add this employee, put the tick mark, click on add users. Now we observe this group. How many IAM users are there? 2. User 1, user 2. Like that, we can add the users. If you want to remove the user, how we have to remove that user is, select the user on the group, click on remove option is there. Click on remove. Then that user is removed from that group only. Not the users. See that on users, it is there. User 3 is there. But on group, see that on group 1, it is not there. Only one user is there, that is user 1. User 3 is removed. But IAM user is there, right? So if you want to delete the group, select the group, click on delete option. Then you have to type the group name is, this is the group name, group 1. Copy this or type it here and paste it, click on delete option. Then that group is deleted. If you are deleting the group, that is the users are not deleted. Only the group you are deleted. See that the user 1 is there. User 3 is there. If you want to delete the user, IAM user permanently, then select the user, IAM user, delete option is there. Then here we have to type it user 3. Click on delete user. Then that IAM user is deleted. See that you got the message. User 3 is deleted. If you want to delete those users, user 1, like this. Then we have to type it user 1. Click on delete user. The user is deleted, right? Now, I want to explore one more feature, that is password policies. So to give the password policy default, how many characters are allowed? 8. 8 characters length. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 features, 8 characters length I am given. Now I need to change the password policies. Password policies. How you need to change it? How you need to change it? That is, in IAM, at the search box you have to type it. At the search box you have to type it. Now here policies option is there. Policies option, not the policies option. Account settings. Account settings. Under the access management, account settings option is there. Now here, see that this is the default. Default. What is the password length? 8 characters. So what is the combination you want to give it? Uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and alphanumeric characters. Minimum 3 combinations you have to give it the password. Now I want to change this password policy rule. Click on edit option. Click on edit option. Now I am chosen custom. Instead of 8, I am given as 7 I am given. 7 I am given. 7 I am given. Minimum 6. I want to remove the uppercase. I don't want password string. Sorry, I want to include the uppercase letter, lowercase letter, and required one number. Required one number. I'll save changes. Set custom. Set custom. Now you try to create IAM user. Click on create user. The user name is user 4 I am given. Put the tick mark. Click on create IAM user. Custom password. Now I am given the password is, that is user 1234 I am given. This is the password I am given. See, click on next option. See, you are getting the message. You are getting the message. The password you entered does not confirm the account's password policy. Account password policy must include at least one uppercase letter. Okay, I include the uppercase at the rate. Sorry, cap letter I am using user, right? And at the rate I am using. See, click on next option. What you are getting? The password you entered does not confirm the account password policy. Must at least 7 characters length. Must include at least one number. At least one number. Right? 7 characters length undali. 7 characters length is there. But here 7 characters length password is not there. Password is not there. I'm including at the rate 123. At the rate 123. User at the rate 123. How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters length is there. Click on next option. Now it is accepting. Now it is accepting. If you want to attach policies, then you can attach the policy. S3 full access policy. Put the tick mark. Click on next option. Click on create user. Click on returns to users list. Click on continue. Click on continue. Like that, we can change the password policies also. IAM password policies also, right? So those are the features I have to explain in the IAM. That is how we had to create IAM users, how we had to create IAM groups, how we had to create your custom password policies. Password policies. Default 8 is there. I'm changing the policy 7. If you want to change again the policies, that is go to at the left side account setting option is there. Click on edit option. Here IAM default. You have to choose it. 8 characters. Password strength must include this minimum combination of 3. Click on save changes. Click on settings. Right? Those are the steps we have to follow to create IAM users, groups, and passwords, right? So in this session, I explain with hands-on the EC2 service. Using the EC2 service, how we had to launch and connect Linux server, and also how we had to launch and connect the Windows server, and also how we had to transfer files from your laptop to launched Linux server, launched Windows server. And in this session, using EC2 service, how you make as launched servers as web server. And in this session, I am creating the S3 bucket. How we had to create the bucket, how we had to upload the objects, how we had to delete the objects, how we had to delete the bucket. And also in this session, I explained the identity and access management. With that identity and access management, how we had to create the IAM user, how we had to create the IAM groups, how we had to create your custom password. I explained with the help of with hands-on I had to explain, right? So almost I think 150 time is there, right? If you give in the next time any permission, then I can explain some more features also. Okay, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, almost I had to explain. The time is also 150 time is there, sir.
Yes,
If
sir.
time is there, then I am connecting the database also.
It's fine, sir. Next time we'll try to get in touch with you.
Okay,
If
sir.
there is any event conducting, we'll definitely contact you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Shall we conclude this, sir? Shall I give a vote of thanks?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Uh,
the session will be recorded, sir.
yes, sir. It's recorded. I'll try to provide the link. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
I would like to thank you, sir, for contributing your time and sharing your knowledge with us. And it was really helpful session with lots of knowledge with you. And I would like to thank Presidency University Management for making this happen. And I would like to thank our supporting faculty and as well as our students who made this happen in this event. So I would like to thank each and everyone who is participating in this event. Soon we'll share your certificates and soon we'll share the feedback form. Please fill that and will let us know for any other request from your side. I would like to conclude this session. Thank you everyone for joining this session. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sheshagri sir, for joining this event.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there any doubt? Yes. No. Okay.